Hey, don't go yet. This is important. What are you trying to escape? Spanish time. Esto es importante. Muy importante. When we use gustar verbs, the person liking something is not the important thing, it's not the thing that we take into consideration when we are conjugating the verb. But the thing that they like is the thing that we need to be careful about. Let me explain. Talking in the present tense, we have me gusta as the third person singular and me gustan as the third person plural. Because if the thing that you like is the important thing, then it will have to be in third person, because if it's first person, it will be I. If it's second person, it will be you. But we want the it or the them, okay? So we like it, we like them. Knowing this, if the thing that we like is a singular noun, okay, so in here we have el baloncesto, basketball. Basketball, baloncesto, is a singular masculine noun. The gender, masculine or feminine, doesn't really matter in here. It's mainly to know if it's singular or plural. So as it's singular, we will be using the third person singular form of gustar, gusta, me gusta. So me gusta el baloncesto. I like basketball. If the thing that we like is something that is in plural form, so it's a noun that is plural, in this case we have videojuegos, video games. Videojuegos, we know it by the article los videojuegos, the video games is a plural word, so we will need the third person plural form of the verb gustar. In this case is gustan. So me gustan los videojuegos, because videojuegos is plural. If you like a specific video game, only one that you're talking about with a friend or with someone, then you can say me gusta el videojuego Dragon's Dogma 2. I've said that one because it's the one I'm currently playing. But anyway, if the thing that you like is more than one noun, specifically noun, more than one, okay, so a thing, like in this case we have nature and countryside. So I like nature and the countryside or countryside. Me gustan la naturaleza y el campo. So nature and countryside, they're two nouns. They are different in gender. So one is feminine, one is masculine. It doesn't matter. It's two things that we like. Therefore, we need third person plural. Because if you were to substitute nature and countryside for the pronoun, you would say, I like them. So if it's them, it needs to be the plural version, not the singular one. Okay, so me gustan la naturaleza y el campo. I like nature and the countryside. And lastly, if the thing that you like is a verb, an action, not a noun, not a thing, so we're talking about liking verbs, and a verb is an action, then it doesn't matter what, we will always use the third person singular version of gustar. Okay, so for example, I gave you two actions here for you to see that it doesn't matter if it's two actions, it will still be using the third person singular. So we would say, me gusta leer y hacer ejercicio. I like to read and to do exercise. If you just want to say that you like to read, then it wouldn't change. It would still be me gusta leer. If what you like is to do exercise, then you can say me gusta hacer ejercicio. And if you want to say both, me gusta leer y hacer ejercicio. I like to read and to do exercise. But because they are actions, these are verbs, okay? So verb, verb. These are nouns. Careful with that. Nouns, things. Verbs, actions. Now, what about the people and the students that they end up saying things like me gusto, for example, that we have in here, or me gustas, okay? So technically, I mean, they're both correct. They're grammatically correct. So like, you can say me gusto and me gustas, and it is correct, grammatically speaking. Now, it's not the structure that we use when we are referring to like something, okay? So if you say me gusto, the O, right, is the ending for the first person singular form. So it's the I form. So you're basically saying, I like myself, which is not a bad thing. You do you. But if you're trying to say that you like basketball and you end up saying, I like myself, maybe it sounds a little bit weird in context. You know what I mean? Like, be careful. And even more, if you end up saying something like, me gustas, because that's AS. And if you know the verb endings, which you should know them by now, yes. AS is the second person singular ending, so it's the tu form. So that basically saying, I like you. You know, maybe you want to say I like basketball, maybe you end up saying I like you as a person, I want something more with you, and you end up saying that by mistake. Maybe it makes the conversation a bit awkward if that's not what you meant. If that's what you meant though, good job, you're learning Spanish very fast. Now, knowing the grammar, what do you think it's left for us to do? Of course, un ejercicio. Fill the gap with the correct form of the verb gustar. Okay, so only using the verb gustar. I know we have way more verbs. You have encantar, to love, me mola, molar, to like, to enjoy, chiflar, me chifla, to go crazy for, I love it. So we have many, okay? I know that. But let's stick only with gustar to see if you understood the point of this video, which was the use of the third person singular, the third person plural, depending on what noun you have, if it's singular or plural. I'm not gonna make a summary, although I've just made a summary. Let's begin. Number 1, me las patatas fritas. Me gustan las patatas fritas. I like chips, because it's las, it's plural. So as soon as you see the plural article, that's it, gustan. Number 2, no me los insectos. No me gustan los insectos. I don't like insects. So again, you have los, you have the definite article that is plural, so you definitely need the third person plural form of the verb gustar, gustan. Número 3, me el arte y las ciencias. Me gustan el arte y las ciencias, because we have, even though we have singular and plural, because it's two nouns, art and science, we need the third person plural, okay? So, me gustan el arte y las ciencias. And I tend to catch up students because I put the el after the verb, so they see el and they're like, oh, gusta. Read the entire exercise, please, when doing an exam. You know, don't just read that, read the whole thing, please. Otherwise, I will come for you somehow. I don't know how, but I will. Número 4. No me la lluvia. No me gusta la lluvia. I don't like rain. I don't like rain. Right, can we count rain? We can't really count rain. So also it's a singular noun, la lluvia, the rain. So as soon as you see the la, and if there's nothing else afterwards, you can only use one, which is a third person singular. And if it's in the present tense, then you only have gusta. 5. Me las matemáticas. Me gustan las matemáticas. Matemáticas, most of the times, if you use this word, will be in plural, okay? It's the same as in English. You don't say I like math, I like maths. So in Spanish it's the same thing, okay? So me gustan las matemáticas. It's plural, so you need the an ending because it's plural noun. Yeah. Are we clicking or are we not clicking? I hope you're clicking. I hope like that thing inside of your head called brain is like connecting the right things for you to understand this. Are you with me? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Next. Número 6. Me leer. This one is easy. Me gusta leer. Not only you have one thing, but it's not a thing, it's a verb, it's leer. I like to read, I like reading. So as soon as you have a verb, you know for a fact that is third person singular. So gusta. Good, bien, muy bien. Siguiente, next. Número 7. No me la carne. No me gusta la carne. I don't like meat. So meat is a feminine singular noun. That's why we need to use gusta. I'm not going to explain again. I think at this point we're on the same page. Yeah? Next. Y por fin, and finally, número 8. Me mucho los pingüinos. Me gustan mucho los pingüinos. I really like penguins, or I like penguins a lot. Again, do I have to? Do I have to? Okay, I'm going to, just in case, there's always one. So it's okay to be that one. Sometimes I'm that one. Sometimes I'm the last one that can get to the point of understanding the point. So if you're that person, it's okay. I'm here as a teacher. I'm here for you. Don't worry. I will repeat the same thing 1,000 times if I have to. Maybe I get tired the 1,001, but at least you have 1,000 chances before I get tired. So, it's fine. Me gustan mucho los pingüinos. So you have los pingüinos, you have the penguins, and also plural. The noun is screaming at you. It's screaming hello, and plural. There's more than one penguin. You don't like just one penguin. You know what I mean? You like all penguins. It doesn't matter size and how ugly or beautiful or how fat or skinny. You don't care. If it's a penguin, you really like them. So that's it. It's a generalization. So that's why we need to use gustan, because you like penguins in general. All of them. That's me. Yes. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the video. And if you haven't understood something, please let me know in the comments. And I will try to go for the 1,002 times to explain it, because that's my job. Adios.